The only other time these two players face off against each other in really remotely comparable circumstances or venue, that was back in Bangalore in India in 2008, the smallest tournament they've ever faced each other in. That was a semi-final though, and it was before fans. So to see them out here today in this sort of situation, well, the novelty value alone is off the chart. So hopefully the tennis matches the unusualness of the occasion, and Venus will serve to kick things off. More of that, please, for the next 2 and a bit hours. Great point to kick things off. .122 career singles titles present on court here between Serena and Venus. 30 Grand Slam singles titles. A combined 330 weeks at #1 in the world. My only real surprise is that they haven't chosen to play doubles together this week, as they so often do, if nothing else just to gain more match practice, being on court that little bit longer. It is hot and it is humid, so that might be the main explanation. Now that's something we did not see from Venus in the first round. Had only one double fault in the entirety of her match against Azarenka. Slightly tense tennis from the older sister here in this first game. Both players with several unforced errors, but it's Venus who faces break point against. And netting with the forehand. So Serena on the board first. USA leads USA by 1-0. Serena, the #2 ranked American, behind Sophia Kenin at #9 in the world. Venus all the way down to #12 in the American rankings. Madison Keys, Alison Risk, Amanda Anisimova, who withdrew with that right shoulder injury here this week. Sloane Stephens, Jennifer Brady, Danielle Collins, Coco Gauff rising up, #53 and shooting upwards. Bernarda Pera, Lauren Davis, and then Venus Williams in the American rankings.
Serena Williams to serve.
Just ahead of Taylor Townsend. So Venus trying to pick herself up, get her match momentum moving in the right direction.
Low 15.
And don't come into this match expecting fireworks from the off. It's not at all unexpected to see some errors here in the early going. They're feeling themselves out as well as each other on the court right now.
Love 30.
It was just long. A reminder, if you haven't seen any tennis from Lexington here this week, there is no video review system installed. So this is old school tennis, what is called will stand, barring an umpire overrule. Venus misses with that return. I think that's Eric Hexman, Venus's coach, behind mask and bandana. After Venus split with David Witt at the end of the 2018 season, Hexman came into the picture. Hexman, a former hitting partner of Roger Federer, Rafa Nadal, and Serena Williams herself.
First service.
First ace for either player in this match.
Use.
And the double fault. One apiece in that category now. Serena has said she's been practicing well. Had to remind herself on court against Pera the other day to play like she's been practicing.
Advantage, Serena Williams.
No applause, no reaction. This is tennis in America right now, and tennis around much of the world. Just so strange with the Williams sisters on court.
Game, Serena Williams.
And Serena hangs in there.
Serena Williams leads by 2 games to 0.
Consolidates the break. Leads by 2 games to love, as you see Serena's coach Patrick Mouratoglou. He'll be happy with the early service break of his protege. Mouratoglou took 4 flights to get here in Lexington from his home in Nice in the south of France. I think it was Nice to Paris, Paris to New York, New York to Detroit, and then Detroit to Kentucky. I hope everyone was well masked up around him. Such a journey through so many airports. Another double fault for Venus. Plaintive look on her face. Let's take a focus on this retooled service action. It worked well against Zika the other day, but what does it look like here? Certainly not as long and languid as we've seen in the past. But some butterflies obviously involved. It's tough for both players. They love each other greatly, and recently when they have played, it has been in the early stage of tournaments. They faced off, or they were drawn together in the round of 32 in Rome last year. That was the match which Venus won in a walkover. But it was round 3 at the US Open in 2018. Round of 32 in Indian Wells, March of 2018. Have to go back to the 2017 Australian Open for the last matchup between the two that took place after a round of 32 before this one. They have played 11 finals against each other history of this rivalry. Venus, despite only 12 wins in 30 matches, still more wins against Serena than any other player on tour during Serena's long and glittering history. Serena's timing put off on that final shot by the long let cord. That's better.
Yes.
Penetrating forehand from well behind the baseline for Venus there. She really dominated so many of the longer points against Azarenka in their first round match. But the occasion, fans or no fans, is a big one to live up to. See there, the timing just not right. Tried to take it early, but not getting the top spin. Third breakpoint chance in this game for Serena. I think she's quite extending into the serve as much as she should. Just kind of a little bit tentative there. Oh, that's better though.
Yes.
Watch her snap this angle off. It's flat, it's firm. Very effective.
Advantage, Venus Williams.
And maybe that's a wise play on the serve at the moment. Just take a little bit off pace-wise and try and get the placement spot on. Went wide there. Give her her first game point in this match. Didn't do much with the approach shot, but did enough. Puts away the volley, and
Serena
Venus on the
Williams
scoreboard
by
against her younger sister. Serena 2, Venus 1 in the early going here, as clouds beginning to form above the Top Seed Tennis Club in Lexington, Kentucky, north central Kentucky, about an hour and a half south of Cincinnati, across the Ohio border. And there is some rain in the forecast today. Just a few scattered showers around. Hopefully we'll steer clear of this very pleasant tennis facility. They actually have 9 outdoor and 12 indoor courts at the Top Seed Tennis Club. But I don't think there's any facility to shift the matches inside. Not that they'd want to, ahead of the US Open forthcoming in Queens. It's one thing to play before no fans in a low-key environment like this. It would be very, very strange to play on the Arthur Ashe Stadium court or anywhere in the National Tennis Center with no fans at all. And that off the top of the tape and tickling backwards. There's a mental strength involved in playing in front of no fans just as surely as it is coping with the pressure of a high intensity atmosphere. Really strips this game back to its bare essentials. See ball, hit ball. Hit ball in.
15-30.
Paramount of importance as Serena with her second double fault of the match. Just missed.
15-14.
As the traffic slowly passes behind center court. Cars in the background, the occasional truck. And it's Venus with 2 breakpoint opportunities. Sprays that backhand well wide. And Venus from 2-love down. All square now in this opening set. Glad I'm not a poker player trying to read Venus's face right now. I'm not sure what she's thinking or feeling. Hopefully both players can just keep growing into this match. Better serve, handcuffing Serena on the return.
Left, first service. 30-15.
Definitely more errors than winners from both players. Got off to such a fun start, the opening point of the match, which Serena picked off with a forehand winner. I'd like to see more of those types of points. Missed it.
40-30.
And didn't need to take such a big swing at all. Serena had committed very early, guessing the wrong way. Serena goes along, so Venus 3 games in a row since
Venus
her
Williams leads by 3 games to 2.
dodgy start to this match. Serena, her form dipping, but we stay on serve in this opening set. The Top Seed Tennis Club in Lexington, Kentucky, our venue here this week for the first hardcourt tournament post-lockdown on the WTA Tour. Fiona Ferro winning in Palermo last week in the opening event on the calendar, as the European clay court tournaments continue this week in Prague. I'd seen Simona Halep was in a bit of a battle in her match against Barbara Krejcikova, but managed to rally to win 6-2 in the third. Serena needs to rally out of the hole she's digging for herself here. That's much better from Venus.
Love 40.
It was the forehand down the line that was so flat and so tough for Serena to reach. This one right there opened up the court. Easy finish. Oh, but that's a delicate drop shot in response.
15-40.
Serena saving the first of 3 breakpoint chances. I wonder what she would regard as a good result this week, both today and more generally for her season. Venus finding the baseline.
Venus Williams.
And it's 4 games in a row for the older sister.
Venus Williams leads by 4 games to 2.
And most notably in that game, it was good tennis from Venus, particularly those last few points that won her the game. That's good stuff from Serena. One person clapping her on. Might be Coach Moritoglu, not sure. Her husband is around, though, and child this week. Saw that in the first round match against Para. She got distracted at one point by her daughter coughing off in the stands, such as they are beside the court. Worried she might be choking on a grape or something. Sort of distraction you wouldn't get in the Arthur Ashe Stadium court, I don't think. How many times have we seen that hooked forehand from Serena? Finding the angle. It was short from Venus, but she made that look much easier than it was. Still rusty, still working her way back to form. Patrick Moritoglu with a big job on his hands, and he's acknowledged as much. Mentally as much as anything, and particularly gearing up toward what he and his charge both hope will be a final in Flushing Meadows in a few weeks. No, that's a familiar malady for Venus, but in a slightly different looking service motion here. How embedded is that new serve in her mind and in her muscles, I wonder? It's in times of stress, you tend to revert back to what feels more familiar. Long.
Advantage.
Open up the court well with the serve, but missing the easier shot, and so Serena the breakpoint chance. Get back into this opening set. Oh. How about that from Venus? From a good 3 yards behind the baseline. Serena got great depth there, but Venus didn't care. Just wailing away. Saving the break point.
Correction, the ball is good. Advantage, Venus Williams.
Serena not happy. No Hawkeye system, no challenges. Have to live with it. First ace of the match for Venus.
Game Venus Williams.
Venus fighting back from break point down. 5 games in a row
Venus Williams leads by 5
against
games.
her younger sister, and Venus 1 game away from the opening set against the top seed at the Top Seed Open. January 1998, the first time that Venus Williams and Serena Williams faced off in a WTA tennis tournament, actually at the Australian Open. When Venus, 17 years old, defeated her 16-year-old sister in the second round. Both of their ages have more than doubled. And here they still are. Could be the last ever match between the two of them. You never know. Just want to savor points like that and see as many of them as possible end in winners rather than unforced errors like that one from Venus. Venus has not won a title on the WTA Tour since February 2016, defeating Misaki Doi in the final in Taiwan. Hasn't been in any finals since October of 2017 when she lost to Caroline Wozniacki in the WTA finals that year. Oh. Good penetration there off the backhand wing. Let's watch Serena's footwork here. She's on her heels a little bit and maybe over positioned to her left. The hole was there for Venus to hit.
40-15.
Venus remaining impassive. Serena, a player who you hear through our effects microphones courtside here.
Game Serena
Was ever thus.
Venus Williams leads by 5 games to 3.
So that ends the 5-game winning streak for Venus in this first set, but she will now serve for it. And the winner of the first set in matches between these two players has won all but 4 of the 28 completed matches, the 2 non-walkovers, or the 2 walkovers excluded. So I wonder if Venus will be aware of that as she serves to try and take this first set. Now that second serve was short and with nothing behind it. Serena several feet inside the baseline to pick it off. Now that time Venus more composed with the open court to hit into. Again, Serena went very early. That's the serve Venus fans will want to see more of, bringing her to the brink of this first set. Had that point set up for her. Couldn't close the deal. 30 all. Big hitting. Serena almost bowled over there at the end of that point. And the first set point goes to Venus Williams. And she takes it. Good serving from Venus in that final game of the first set. Serena can't keep up. And after 41 minutes, Venus Williams, 6-3, takes the first set from her top-seeded sister at the Top Seed Open. (6-3) to Venus Williams in the first set here in Lexington, Kentucky, at the Top Seed Open presented by Bluegrass Orthopedics. Again, the unusual nature of this venue really calling into relief the tennis between these two greats of the game. Serena, more unforced errors in that first set, just needs to keep moving forward. And starting the second set as she began the first with a very impressive .1. Serena last came back from a set down to defeat her sister at the 2009 WTA Tour Finals. Won that match 5-7, 6-4, 7-6. The only other time Serena's come from a set down to defeat Venus was at the 2003 Wimbledon final. 4-6, 6-4, 6-2. If she can do it a third time here, again, running the gamut from a Wimbledon final to a second round match at a local tennis club south of Lexington, Kentucky. And that's the clever shot and choice from Venus Williams. Just delaying long enough to make the shot that much easier.
Game, Serena Williams.
But Serena with her second ace of this match.
First game, second set.
Draws first blood. As she did in the first set, to be fair. She was up 2-love in that opening set before losing at 6-3. And there you see the first set statistics. Venus's serve not working as well as it did in her opening round win against Victoria Azarenka. But Serena really not getting the job done on her serve. Only 8 of 16 first serve points won and 3 of 7 on the second serve.
Let first service. Thank you. Low 15.
It's hard to believe, but this is only the third tournament for Serena Williams since last year's U.S. Open. She shut down for the rest of the year, then came back in Auckland with a warm-up, which she won, and then went out in the third round in Melbourne to Qiang Wang, the Chinese number 27 seed. Serena dumped out as the number 8 seed in that tournament, and then played a couple of Fed Cup matches against Latvia. That's been it. Venus knocks off that backhand down the line. Her previous match prior to the first round defeat of Bernarda Pera was a loss to Anastasia Sevastova of Latvia. Brilliant point there from Serena.
15-30.
And I think a few of the workers at the tournament have stopped their duties to provide some applause backing for great points like that. Still a rather surreal soundtrack for this encounter. Second ace of the match for Venus. Serena, one thought from her coming out of this long layoff. She didn't play any exhibition matches during the lockdown, but she's used to going months at a time without playing any competitive tennis. Maybe it'd be easier for her to come back relative to a lot of the other players. Venus again, that serve really starting to tick over. I wouldn't say that Serena's gone straight back in mid-season form here. But that is classy tennis from Venus Williams.
One game off.
Really well done. From 15-30 down in the blink of an eye, taking her first game of the second set. First time I've seen Venus talk to herself at all in this match. It's in. Not sure Venus agrees. She looks down forlornly at the baseline. That same baseline that Serena was complaining about in the first set. Much more authoritative service game here from Serena. to regain points for a 2-1 lead. And that was simply and effectively done. So Serena
Williams
stays just in front here in this second set, but Venus Williams with the 1-set-to-love lead on her younger sister in this Williams sister extravaganza in Lexington. Clouds looming overhead, center court here in Lexington, Kentucky at the Top Seed Tennis Club. This Top Seed Open, the 59th different tournament that Venus Williams has entered in her career. Some of that is down to tournaments changing from year to year, but that's such a testament in and of itself to Venus's amazing longevity. In fairness, I don't think anyone expected Lexington, Kentucky to be hosting such a prestigious tennis tournament. This club hosted the Kentucky Open back in February, a $100,000 ITF women's circuit event. That was the first year of that tournament, scheduled to reappear on the women's tennis calendar next year. It was actually won by Olga Govortsova, the Belarusian, who won her first round match here at the Top Seed Open this week.
15-0.
Govortsova defeating the doubles specialist Bethany Matek-Sands before going down to Ons Jabeur, the 8th seed in the second round. Jabeur, a marquee matchup tomorrow against Coco Gauff here on center court in the quarterfinals. Just imagine if Gauff should defeat Jabeur and then either Jennifer Brady or Marie Buzkova in the semifinals, as would be the case. And comes up against the winner of this match in an old against new battle. What a dream that would be for, I know, a lot of you watching on at home right now. Winner of this match faces either Shelby Rogers or Leylah Fernandez in the next round. Rogers and Fernandez last on center court, and we'll be hoping to beat whatever showers are lurking around here south of Lexington. Venus again finding the open half of the court. Forecast isn't bad for today. When I last checked, it looked a little bit worse for tomorrow, so there might be some rain around then and into Saturday as well. Serena stepping into that return rather better than we've seen from her on many occasions in this match.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think she respects the work that her sister has done on that first serve during the lockdown break. Not taking anything for granted in this match. And Serena winning that battle of wills. Back to deuce.
Advantage, Serena Williams.
Double fault number 6 for Venus. A reminder, she had only one double in her first round win over Azarenka. Now a break point chance for Serena. But the ace.
Deuce.
Number 4 of the contest for Venus.
Advantage, Serena
Well,
Williams.
Venus is not the only player on the women's tour to have double fault issues by any means. But in her defense, she has used this long period off to try and do something about it, even at the age of 40. Oh.
Yes.
Double fault, ace, double fault, ace. Could be here a while. Mind you, Serena's coach, Patrick Mouratoglou, used the lockdown break to invent an entirely new form of tennis. So both camps getting busy during the break. Oh, it was there for Serena. She knows it.
Advantage, Venus.
Venus not quite doing enough with the volley, but Serena can't find the counter. Wasn't far away. Oof.
Game, Venus Williams.
Is it just me, or are the grunts getting louder?
2 games all.
I think Venus is ratcheting up her game, her intensity, and her voice as she hangs on. Saving 2 break points in that game. And restoring parity here in this second set. It's really warming up nicely, both literally and figuratively here in Lexington. Both players playing higher quality tennis as this match has gone on. They felt each other out. They comfortable with their surroundings. Well, it's the right shot from Venus, but just missed.
15 love.
Mentioned Patrick Mouratoglou and his ultimate tennis showdown. A radically different form of timed tennis, not really He says trying to compete with the existing tours, existing tennis format, but try and get some new blood into the sport, which is to be commended. I'm not sure either of these players will be around long enough to see that concept through to what Mouratoglou hopes will be its natural conclusion. If you're familiar with the sport of cricket at all, you think back to the Kerry Packer revolution, the one-day form of cricket coming in as an alternative to the 4- or 5-day first class or test form of the game. That's quality stuff again from Venus.
15-30.
She can really sense victory here. It's a long way away still, but this is probably as good as she has felt facing off against her sister in some time. She won that match at Indian Wells March 2018, but that was Serena just off of maternity leave. Did not have a WTA ranking at that point. You really have to go back to the victory of Venus over #1 in the world Serena at Montreal in 2014. She's certainly right in the thick of this one here.
Game, Serena Williams.
That catches the angle of service line and sideline. So Serena with her third ace of the match. 3-2, she leads the second set, but Venus Williams still with the 1-set-to-love lead. If Serena should come back and win this match, by the way, it would be her 100th career win from a set down on the WTA Tour. My thanks to Kevin Fisher of the WTA Tennis Stats and Information Department for that nugget. She has won 47% of the matches in which she's dropped the first set on tour, Serena Williams. The next best percentage among active players, that of Kim Kleister's 38.1%. And then Ash Barty, 35.4%. So Serena, nearly 47.5%. That's just amazing.
15.
Venus Williams is 710 and 63 wins and losses when winning the first set in her career. If Venus is going to win this match, she's going to have to take it from Serena. She's not going to be gift wrapped it. This might have seemed the case at times in that first set. It's more full-blooded tennis between these two sisters, longtime rivals. greats of the game. That's a good body serve there from Venus.
40-15.
Penny for his thoughts. Missed it again, not for the first time either in this match for Venus. She knows how precise she has to be against her sister when given only half of a window of opportunity, as was the case there.
Yes.
The only complaint is that you'd just like to see a few more points like that ended in winners instead of unforced errors, but really solid tennis. Fun to watch. Oh, the return too good.
Advantage, Serena
From
Williams.
Serena. And another break point chance, her third break point in this second set. Oh, great tennis.
Yes.
Venus doing her best to boss the point. Serena having none of it. And in the end, that is the 7th break point saved by Venus in the match out of 8 opportunities for Serena. Venus has had only 3 break points herself in this match, but has taken 2 of them. And that really is the difference in this match right now. Still on a knife's edge.
Advantage, Venus.
Brilliant serve. 6th ace for the 40-year-old. Some people, certainly not all, but some people would suggest that Venus maybe mentally goes down a gear when she plays against her sister. Can't bring her best tennis onto the court against Serena. Certainly haven't seen any sniff of that today. And, you know, you can contest the charge to begin with, reject the premise of the question. Just a fewer double faltering rounds. Yeah.
Advantage.
Hit
Serena
the
Williams.
return from well inside the baseline again. Inside, outside backhand. Sat up nicely for Serena, but still needed hitting. And a fourth break point chance in this set. Second in this game for Serena. Just wide.
Yes.
And there was one shot in that point where I think Serena was tempted to raise her arm for an overrule for a video review, and then in that split second remembered there is no review system here at the Top Seed Tennis Club. Because one of Venus's shots was very close to sailing long. Might have been right on that baseline. Maybe even just beyond it. Still another break point chance goes begging. Another deuce. Fourth deuce of this game.
Advantage. Serena Williams.
And you just may be beginning to sense that Serena's breaking down her older sister. Asking more and tougher questions all the time. She's had all the answers until now, but not this time.
Game,
Serena down the line with a bullet.
Serena Williams leads by 4-2.
And the break secured. That is high-class tennis from one of the greatest to ever play the game. And at such a critical moment as well, approaching an hour 20 on the clock here. Serena serving at 4-2 now.
First service.
There you go. This time backing herself following the break of serve. Ace number 4 that was for Serena in the match. That looked long. And that was well in. And again, Serena Looking around, cursing the lack of modern technology, I think. That one there, that's clearly out, surely. But
40-50.
not flustered at all. And that's mental strength. It's a strange place for a legend of the game to be playing tennis, but she keeps playing it just like this was quarterfinal in Rome, say, or we're on court in Washington where this tournament was originally supposed to be taking place. But the City Open could not reach an agreement. Get the ball rolling this week here, there.
14-30.
Not that Serena Williams a frequent visitor to the nation's capital, in her tennis capacity at least. Tennis playing capacity, I should say. A lot of other tennis-related business interests and what have you. Yeah.
And Serena Williams.
That winner almost out of nothing. And Serena getting the upper hand on her older sister now. One game away from taking this match to a deciding set. Seems to be getting a little bit darker on center court. The clouds rolling in here in Lexington. And certainly the outlook getting brighter for Serena Williams in this match. She has taken the last 3 games and stands on the brink of taking this contest to a decider. I don't think Venus is playing any worse tennis than she did in the first set, but Serena just stepping up her game. Still unruffled is Venus. She's not giving much away in this match. Slightly sloppy game here from Serena, but you have to say, win or lose, this has been exactly the sort of match Serena has needed to get back up to match fitness. Against Pera, it was one thing in the first round. But facing her sister, knowing that the eyes of the tennis world are very much upon her right now. Wonder who, in his heart of hearts, Richard Williams would be rooting for in this match. Who needs it more of the two sisters? Again, Serena stepping into the weaker second serve from Venus. She needs to find the corners more. She's just going to spin that serve in. It's not really much better than a double fault. That easy serve that Serena's smacking back with some regularity now. Of course, the real trick is to find the court with a first serve. And Venus down below 50% in the match in that regard.
Venus Williams.
But Venus hangs on here.
Serena Williams.
And Serena will have to serve it out if she wants to take us into a decider. I mentioned Richard Williams. He's been in the news again recently, with news reported in the New York Post on Tuesday that the suit between Will Smith's production company and Warner Brothers has been settled. Will Smith will be playing Richard Williams in a biopic called King Richard, apparently. It's based upon Richard Williams' book, and there's a suggestion that he had sold the rights multiple times over. That's what led to the suit being filed, but all seems well now, and it'll be Sania Sidney playing Venus Williams and Demi Singleton playing Serena in the film. John Bernthal, Liv Schreiber, Dylan McDermott among those in the cast as well. Oh, that's delicate from Venus down the line.
15-30.
Venus not out of the second set yet. Serena not happy with her leaving the opening. Didn't do enough with that sort of chop shot. It wasn't fish nor foul, neither a drop shot nor a downstroke. Now you can see Eric Heckman out from behind the mask for the first time on camera in this match. Venus's coach, a Miami native. He'll be used to the heat, probably more than Mouratoglou in Serena's corner.
Left. First service.
It's the humidity, really, more than just the heat, that makes it so sapping to play in these sorts of conditions. I had my share of summers in Atlanta in my childhood. I know what I'm talking about in this regard, believe me. Venus with the initiative in that point, but Serena just wrestling it back. And the younger Williams sister has set point here in the second. Venus falls short into the net, and Serena Williams mirroring the score of the first set. She takes the second set 6-3, and Williams v. Williams will go to a third and final set. Good stuff in Lexington. Anyway, Venus to start us off in the third and final set.
15-all.
Serena Williams in her career, 72.4% win ratio in 3-set matches. That's the best of anyone, unsurprisingly, active on the WTA Tour right now.
First service.
Interestingly, 4th on that list, Aryna Sabalenka took a hit here this week with her 3-set loss to Coco Gauff. Serena first, then Ash Barty second at 70%. Simona Halep third, 66.9%. And Sabalenka and Naomi Osaka top 5 in career 3-set match winning percentage. Venus Williams has actually won 22 more 3-set matches than her younger sister in her career. Oh, that's fantastic tennis from both players. The defense from Serena succumbing to the all-out attack from Venus. And 2 game points to kick off this 3rd set. Depth on the return, though.
Game Venus Williams.
This time Serena getting the depth on the 2nd serve, but Venus able to cope with it, and Serena makes the error. So it's Venus just in front in this final set. See how much Venus is struggling on her 2nd serve. Serena actually improving from 1st serve to 2nd. But that's where that new service action we've been talking about from Venus Williams, she just needs to build upon it, make it second nature. She doesn't have to think about it. See, she's got the sandwich the way she wants it now. No lettuce, no tomato. See, we've missed the crowd reaction shot in this week in Lexington. There were a few fans dotted around in Palermo last week, but this is proper COVID tennis. Lockdown tennis. No fans next week or the weeks after in Queens for the rescheduled Cincinnati tournament and then the U.S. Open.
15-all.
No fans on the PGA Tour in America. No fans in the NBA bubble in Orlando. No fans in the NHL bubbles in Toronto and Edmonton. Ice hockey. Just the world we live in right now. Certainly the country and continent we're watching right now. Seen some fans at Australian rules football games. A very long way away in every sense from Lexington, Kentucky. No.
14.
She's setting up more points than she's winning, Venus Williams. And against lesser opposition, she might be less hard-pressed to go for the perfect winner. She knows her sister better than anyone. Just how hard it is to win any points.
Again, Serena Williams.
Particularly when the serve is firing like that. So Serena, 1 game all in this third set. Mentioned Venus with 185 three-set wins in her career. That's second among active players, behind only Svetlana Kuznetsova with 198. A bit of a double-edged sword in a way to have that many wins that you can't dominate your opposition, but you're still better than them. More wear and tear on the tires. Again, Venus forced back off the second service return. Well, Venus took a little bit off that first serve, and that's probably a wise tactic for the moment. And trade the possibility of getting cheap points for the increased chance of not gift wrapping points for your opponent on the second serve, either through double faults or shallow, weak efforts that can easily be smacked back at you. But Serena can dominate first serves as well as second serves. And this is a dangerous moment for Venus in this match. 15-30. Went for it there, did Venus, and that's a big serve in the context of this game. What does she do here on the second serve? Serena already cat-like, ready to pounce. And pounce she does. Serve down the middle, but again, not close to the tee. Serena in, full weight transfer. Sets up the break point chance. Too good.
Serena Williams.
Serena bossing her older sister now.
Serena Williams leads by 2-1.
Gets the break, gets the lead in this third set. 2-1 in Lexington. Sky's lightening somewhat now. Good news at the Top Seed Tennis Club in Lexington, Kentucky, that maybe the threatened showers lurking about are nowhere near. And Serena certainly looking to make as quick work as she can of Venus. Now up a break in this third set. Yeah.
15-all.
She's got the serve working now. .69% accuracy on that first serve. Rather wafting at that one, Venus. All of her weight transferred in the wrong direction. And it's ace number 9 for Serena in the match. Some fire in the forehand from Venus. She's not going down without a fight, that's for sure. I say her level has stayed pretty consistent throughout this match. It's just Serena having built herself up after a shakier start. Good stuff from Venus there.
13-14.
That time just forcing Serena back. Serena was taking charge of the point. Venus refused to let her have it. And it's a break point chance for Venus. Only her 4th in the match. That was a little bit nervy. That point was there for her to win. Instead, only the second break point chance Serena has saved in this match. Venus now 2 of 4. Oh no.
Advantage, Serena Williams.
Great point, starting with the service return from Venus. Right there, really got Serena on the back foot. That was a brilliant backhand, but this one just maybe a little bit higher than she was comfortable with. She came in and had to just maybe take half a step back. Threw her timing just off.
Yes.
Third double fault of the match for Serena. Oh, class
Advantage.
from the
Venus
40-something. And another break point chance created. Oh!
Again, Venus Williams.
Out of the top drawer.
2 games off.
Venus Williams. Brilliant tennis to get the break back. It's 2-all in the third and final set. How good is that? Still no way of knowing which of these sisters will move on to the quarterfinals. My money had just been on Serena before that game. Probably still just about would be as well, but Venus showing herself in the mood here. Serena, though,
Loved him.
plenty of firepower where that came from. Approaching that 2-hour mark. As we said, it's a rarity for Venus and Serena to go beyond 2 hours. Serena was on court for 2 hours 16 in her first round defeat of Bernarda Pera. So she's getting her match practice in one way or another. It is curious, given how many matches these two have played against each other, how few real classics there have been. And I'm not for a moment going to suggest that a second round encounter in Lexington, Kentucky is going to be up there, no matter how close it is at the end with some of the Grand Slam finals they played against each other, but still. They had the Australian Open final back in 2003, which Serena won 7-6, 3-6, 6-4, you may recall. Good serve there from Venus, keeping Serena at bay. Had Venus's comeback win in Montreal in August of 2014, 6-7, 6-2, 6-3. But again, that just a semifinal. Venus, though, keeping her nose or getting her nose in front here in this third and final set on serve, 3-2 in the third. Venus just ahead of Serena. Venus Williams, 6-3, 3-6, 3-2. The slenderest of leads on serve here in the third and final set against her younger sister. Serena with that outfit, if she gets caught outside on a late night, everyone's going to see her as a pedestrian. It's good safety clothing. Road safety, that is. Go out for a late night cycle, if nothing else. That's long. Maybe a safety first approach in this game for Serena wouldn't go amiss. She just needs to not gift Venus too many points like that. She read it. Serena letting Venus back into the point. She doesn't seem confident on that looping shot inside the court. She didn't put it away. Venus' first defensive effort, and then Venus just kept coming forward and knocked off the volley. The drop shot, no good for Serena. And Venus, a couple of really well-constructed points. That's as good as I've seen from Venus in months, if not years. She's got 3 breakpoint chances.
Second service.
Just out. That's what Serena needs to keep doing, though. Don't back down. Trust yourself. Hit through the ball. Hit hard. Keep Venus well behind the baseline. That's long, and that's the break.
Venus Williams leads by 4-2.
Venus with back-to-back breaks of Serena. And she can maybe just see the finish line at the top of the horizon. Her coach, Eric Hechtman. It's a simple exhortation, but Venus, suddenly the sun back out of the clouds. Venus with the ball toss. Watch the serve in this game here. She took something off that first serve, Venus, got it into the court, set herself up well for the point till again the final shot just letting her down. Still positives to take out of that point. She knows where to look for them. See, she's looking up at the sun again here. Yeah, she doesn't like serving from this end at all, does she? Not with the sun out and the shadows forming. See, it's right in her eye line, the way her shadows cast, serving into the ad court.
Low 30.
I didn't want to predict that, but it was on the cards, and it's yet another double fault. Number 8 by my official stats here, I think, but it might be a 1 or 2 higher than that in reality. Yeah, that's long as well.
Low 40.
So 3 immediate break-back chances for Serena.
15-40.
Serena now 3 for 12 on break points in this match. Again, second serve with a toss into the sun. How far inside the baseline will Serena step here? Venus did really well with that second serve. One of the better second serves I've seen from her. And at least a set and a half. Two break points saved, but a third still to come.
Wow. New balls, please.
Look at what it means to Serena.
Venus Williams leads by 4-3.
A forehand from the gods, and we are back on serve again. Great tennis. What an unusual venue for an extraordinary tennis match between two of the greatest players women's tennis has ever produced. It's just a second round match in an international level tournament. $25,000 to the winner this week, that's all. And yet, this match means a lot more than any monetary rewards might be. You certainly sense that from both players right now. And Serena finding the angled ace. Now into double figures in the ace department. Make it 11. Only one service hold in the last 5 games, and Serena from this end of the court with the sun theoretically in the way of the toss, although maybe just going behind a cloud right now. Oh, again. That's just too good. That backhand. A blessing to Serena there. 3 game points for 4-all. Can't take that one, but I think it's probably worth noting in the context of the new service action Venus has been working on. When you get into a situation like that and the toss into the sun that you're not quite sure from constant repetition where the toss is going to be when the racket swings up into the ball. Serena and most players on tour with tried and tested service actions be less of a bother to them.
14-30.
Commentators curse. Thought this looked like an easy Serena hold. Maybe not. Oh, Venus Williams Take a bow. Serena got so much kick on her second serve there, but it didn't phase Venus at all. And she has clawed back from 40 love to deuce. But
Advantage, Serena Williams.
that serve and the amount of spectators as such increasing to the point we are actually getting applause after these points. Certainly weren't back in the first set.
Game, Serena Williams.
The turn goes out, so Serena does hold serve eventually. Venus made her work for it. Double faults don't help either, of course, but really you have to go back a long time to find a third set that went past 4-all in this rivalry between the two sisters. Round robin action at the 2009 WTA Tour Championships. That finished in a third set tiebreak. The last time these players have gone this far into a 3-set match. That's a good first serve from Venus, from the what we think is the better end of the court to serve from, given the angle of the sun right now. Well, the shadow's barely there at all anyway. No.
30 love.
Just laughing as Venus prepared to serve there. A little white van just over the back of the perimeter fencing here on center court. You could see it over the top. See the odd car just peeping out. It's just such a weird venue for this great match between these two legends of tennis. Oh, stepping into that return.
13-15.
Not for the first time today. Goes long.
14-15.
Just had the thought, I wonder at the conclusion of this match, whoever wins it, if the two sisters will hug each other, or if that's a breach of bubble conditions. You can ponder that as the finish line approaches, but 2 game points for Venus here for 5-4. I guess if you're not from the same household, you're not supposed to have close contact. That would be a very different way for a Venus-Serena match to end. Oh, that one was too easy for Serena.
14-13.
Economy of movement into the ball. Venus flat-footed that time, but still another game point. Oh,
Deuce.
that was not the flat return, but it was so deep. Top spin on it, but the placement pretty much onto the baseline, and so Serena to deuce on the Venus serve. No such thing as an easy service game in this third set for either player. Venus going for that second serve and missing by a distance. Got it! Goodness gracious!
Serena Williams leads by 5 games to 4.
What a backhand and what a break. Serena will serve for the match when we come back. Serena Williams 1 game away from her 19th career victory against her older sister. And I've got to say, maybe it's just the heat in my commentary position, but I'm getting goosebumps. It's been a fantastic occasion and really a triumphant announcement that tennis is back. After the long lockdown period, the first tournament in Sicily last week, the parallel competition in Prague this week, but Serena and Venus, what a match this has been. Just missed.
15 love.
And rehearsing the motion, Venus. It was the right shot and so very nearly the right execution, but not quite. By my clock, this match now just as long exactly as Serena's first round win over Bernarda Pera, 2 hours, 18 minutes. And Serena just snatching at that slightly. Venus is going to make her finish this. No love service games for either player in this third set. Was long.
15-30.
Maybe there's another twist still in this tale. Fourth double fault for Serena. And it's 15-30.
Correction, the ball is good.
Ooh, overrule. Wow, that was, oh, goodness. Looked out to me. Looked out to Venus. But no video review here, so nothing she can do. It's 30-all. Serena 2 points away. That's right on the tee. Venus wants to inspect the mark such as it is again. I think maybe that one just was in, but goodness. 2 aces for Serena. Gets her to match point. Long it goes, and there it is.
First one.
A brilliant triumph for Serena Williams. And it is just a touch of the rackets. And lots of heavy breathing. It's been a great workout for them both. Great tennis from Venus, and slightly greater tennis in the end from Serena. Very possibly the best and most important match of tennis that Kentucky has ever seen. The top seed open sees the top seed through just in over 2 hours and 20 minutes. A low-key setting for a high-intensity contest. And in the end, Serena just getting the better for the 19th time of her older sister. It's amazing what she's still doing at 38 years of age. She and Svetlana Kuznetsova, the only two players over the age of 35 in the top 90 in the world, as Venus walks off. Defeated but not unbowed. She should take a lot of heart from her 2 matches this week and hopefully kick on in the rescheduled Cincinnati event at Flushing Meadow next week. As for Serena, she will play either Shelby Rogers or Leylah Fernandez in the quarterfinals here in Lexington. Shame that it ended that way, but see what it means to Patrick Mouratoglou. It's an important milestone on the road to form for Serena. And Serena will certainly appreciate a chance to continue playing. Let's hear from her now on center court.
You've said it's never easy playing your sister. What was the difference for you here today?
The last couple games, I just wanted to win because I've been losing a lot of those tight sets. So I said I really need to try to win this, not for this, just for my game and my confidence. So I just really tried to focus on those last 2 games.
Some of those rallies were very physical, and you add on this heat. Nothing was easy. What would you say is the big key for you here?
I don't know. I'm super relaxed. You know, there's no crowd, so kind of makes it super relaxing. And I've been practicing in a lot hotter conditions than today.
Both you and your sister kissed your bicep before the match. Because of the results today, would you say that you could kiss your bicep for the fans today, the winning result?
I don't know. I think she played unbelievable. She's doing so good. I think I honestly don't know how I was able to pull it out in the end. She fought well, so I can't.
And last question, you've had a long layoff. You win 2 tough matches here today. You're going into the quarterfinals. Would you say you could win this thing?
I honestly didn't come here to win for the first time in my career. I just came here to get some matches and see what happens. I haven't had this much time off since the baby, so but now that I'm just trying to get some rhythm and just see what happens, to be honest.
Great. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
Good luck.